there, I am doing another one in my series of breath work for COVID. And the session that I'm going to do today is very different. It's about singing or chanting. So the prior breathwork sessions that I did are all more traditional, what we call pranayama in Sanskrit, which are breathing techniques that come from yoga. What I'm going to be doing today is talking about singing, and my foundations also come from yoga because singing is actually one of my favorite forms of yoga, and I call it kirtan or bhakti. I've written a lot about it. I've got loads of blogs about it that are on my website, thenamastecouncil.com. And in my upcoming book, I have an entire chapter about the benefits of singing for emotional and physical health. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the benefits from an emotional standpoint. I think everybody knows when you sing, you just feel good. It's natural for people to sing. What is not natural is when people are afraid to sing. So a lot of times, people are made fun of because their voice doesn't sound like Mariah Carey's. Well, almost nobody's does, and it doesn't matter what your voice sounds like. What is important is what you feel like when you sing. And I really don't know anybody who doesn't enjoy singing if it weren't for their they're concerned, of how they sound to others. So one of the reasons why it feels so good is because the feel-good hormones kick in when you sing. Cortisol and oxytocin are some of them. And so I'm sure most of you have felt it. I know I've felt it from the time I was a kid, which is why I loved singing. From a physical standpoint, and the reason why I'm talking about it for COVID, is it's not too surprising that it builds lung capacity, what's actually called vital lung capacity. And there's been research done among former smokers who have COPD, and of course the results were that with singing, their COPD was improved. And there have been studies all over the world that show the benefits of how singing helps for both physical and emotional well-being. There's one study that was done, I believe, in Italy, and they compared the singing of Ave Maria with a very common yogic Tibetan type of mantra, Om Mani Padme Om, and both of them had equal benefits. So in my book, I do talk about how it doesn't matter what language you sing in, it doesn't matter what you sing in terms of, what style you sing. Any singing is beneficial. That said, the traditional ancient languages definitely have benefits. So why is it that Latin is still sung in churches and Sanskrit is still repeated and sung in the yogic traditions? So the ancient languages definitely have benefits. Same thing with Arabic and with Hebrew. There are reasons for them. So anyway, that said, my bottom line recommendation is sing whatever you choose, any style, any language, and don't worry about what anybody thinks about the way you sing. Sing in the bathroom, sing in wherever, you can sing by yourself. That said, there are a lot of studies that have proven that when you sing with others, like if you're in a church choir or the practice of kirtan, which is my favorite form of yoga, which is group call and response singing, then the emotional benefits step up a level. So it's been proven. So anyway, what I'm going to do for today is I'm going to do the mantra Om Mani Padme Om. Om does not mean anything, but it's a bija, which is a seed sound. So it is a sacred sound. So that's why people always chant Om, because it's really good for tuning in. Mani means the jewel, like a ruby or a diamond. Padme is lotus. So Om Mani Padme Om is the jewel in the lotus. And according to one of the reasons why lotus flowers are so precious in the yogic traditions is because they grow out of muck. And so who here has not had muck in their lives? And yet the muck helps you grow and become even better. So anyway, I'm going to chant Om Mani Padme Om, and I invite you to join along with me. And of course, if you don't want to, pick anything and just sing. Whatever you do, just sing. Om Mani Padme Om. 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 So I'm going to just take a brief break. That was 6 repetitions, and this is a mala, which is beads, and there are always 108 beads on a mala, just like there are 54 in a rosary. So it's very common to do 1 repetition per bead, and then you do 108. So obviously I'm not going to do 108, but I invite you to, something to consider, and I will do another 6, and then I will be done. Om Mani Padme Om. 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 I went beyond 6. I got carried away. So I hope you get carried away and tune everything out as you tune in. I'm Deborah Charnes of the Namaste Council, the Namaste Getaway and the Right Council. I'm a certified yoga therapist, and I work in many different healing modalities. And I invite you to check out my websites and my Facebook pages. From my heart to yours. Namaste.